too female in there.
No, I know. I had to leave.
It's like there's a fucking super girl vibe going on.
Yeah.
It's like making me uncomfortable.
Yep. Too many broads. Too many hens in the hen house. Too many dames in the dame house.
That's why women are better when they're oppressed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna take it already?
Already?
I just started a fucking Highdeology and you're gonna sit.
Whatever. Sorry about that.
No, I don't care.
I didn't know.
Whatever, you ain't
I
gotta
didn't know this was
apologize.
for public consumption.
Oh, well, whatever.
But yeah, women are better oppressed. I mean, I gotta stand by it. I can't back down now.
Well, only 15 people heard it, so don't worry about it.
Good. Come on, fill up, bitch. Come see the fucking
It's
Paul.
it's fucking YouTube, dude.
No,
It's
no
YouTube's
notifications there.
notification bullshit. It's like sometimes I'll start these any time of day and there's like 100 people in here, in a second. Sometimes it's like this. Now there's 20. It's just like they're slowly sprinkling notifications amongst the people that watch me.
Johnny notification seed.
Hoy.
Fucking pretentious faggots.
Pretentious faggots.
Yeah. You
Who?
know what I'm talking about. Don't ask me.
Oh, okay. Hey, no, that's fine.
I just felt like cursing at something.
Hey, that was nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you just need a target.
Hmm. And I chose pretentious faggots at that moment. Even though I am a pretentious faggot.
What are your pretenses?
Um, I don't know. I have a different one every day. Sometimes I try to fucking seem like I'm some great fucking intellectual on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, I gotta really fucking pull my shit together and try to seem really fucking smart
right.
because I need to convey this in an important way.
That's the book project.
Right. Something like that.
Right.
And then other times it's like, I'm this great performer. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of impossible to know what your own pretensions are
See,
if you don't know what your limitations are.
right,
So anything that you believe about yourself that's beyond the fucking scope of your actual abilities is a pretension, but
right,
who the fuck really knows what their limits are? So
sure.
I don't know. It's good to be pretentious because you're constantly pushing those fucking limits. As long as it doesn't go too overboard.
Huh.
I'm just trying to. I try to be. Try to keep myself at the level of humbleness of like Emperor of the Universe, and don't go any beyond that. Just
Right,
Emperor of the Universe, not the multiverse.
right. Not God,
Yeah,
Emperor of
yeah,
the
not a
universe.
god.
Right,
Just Emperor of the Universe. Still mortal, but in charge of everything.
right.
Yeah, just keep it at that level because it could get worse.
I guess.
Woo!
Woo, lad.
Are you eating a stick again?
He's always eating a stick. That's what he
Dinor,
does.
no.
Dinor, no.
No, no,
No,
no.
eat stick.
No eat stick. No stick eat.
Or at least hold it down.
Yeah, at least digest the stick and don't, you know,
Be manly.
puncture holes in your
tough.
esophagus and die. Like that would, get esophagus splinters. And,
Esophageal splinters.
and I
Whatever.
mean,
Dude.
Dogs are tough.
Dude, what
It's
the
now they're
fuck?
eating fucking like tin cans and shit.
Dude, how are there only 44 people up in here? What does the world come to?
I don't know. You want me to? Yeah, I'm gonna alert the Discord.
Stupid ass fucking YouTube.
Wait, I don't know if I even got a notification.
You probably didn't. I don't think anybody did. Hence the fact that, like, there's 40 fucking people here.
Yeah. F. Okay, let's see.
YouTube is just fucking amazing. Stupid ass YouTube.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's like they're sending out my notifications one at a time.
Maybe not at all.
Yeah,
Did any of these people get a notification?
yeah.
Or did they just stumble on it?
I don't know. Have you guys been notified of the start of this or no?
Highdeology.
So some people are saying they got one.
Alright. It's probably just doing that shit where it notifies everyone super fucking slow.
Yeah, I mean, eventually it always fucking pops up. There's, I mean, a bunch more people have just showed up. And we're up to 62. So yeah, it's just sending out batches or whatever the fuck. I'm just impatient. Well, no, I'm not. I just expect YouTube to do something that YouTube has never done. Just notify the people that are subscribed to me that I'm doing something.
It's not that they've never done that.
Right. Well,
It's been
consistently.
a long time.
Right. That's true. There was a time. That is true, dude. I'd almost.
No, when you subscribe to a YouTube channel, YouTube used to let you know
Yeah.
when that person posted a video.
Yeah, man. What a fucking crazy concept. It was backwards ass.
Shut up, Grandpa. YouTube never did that.
That's stupid.
I didn't even know you were still down here, Dinor. I didn't know. You were on me, and I didn't even know.
He's like a stuffed animal sometimes.
Yeah.
He just lays on you. And you forget he's there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is not one of those times.
Animal from the Muppets.
Yeah.
Especially when he's going fucking ballistic.
Yeah, he's pretty ridiculous. That's right, Dinor. You're pretty fucking ridiculous.
I just wish that his eyes were...
Here, it's late enough at night that you can have a break from this beeper.
Feel free to bark your head off.
Oh, no.
If his eyes were normal.
It's too late. He ain't gonna bark at shit.
Actually, I don't know.
Unless Scotty shows up unannounced or some shit.
John from me.
I don't know how it would feel.
I'd be like, oh shit. Alright.
It's time for an 11:30. Wait, I think it's midnight. Time for a midnight meeting, guys.
Yeah, you wouldn't look good with normal dog eyes, would you, Dinor? You need to have your little bug eyes.
Kaiser Scoopy.
I think you should have human eyes.
That would be
That would be
very
disturbing.
disturbing. I don't want to imagine that.
Just imagine him looking through his big green
No,
eyes.
no.
I'm gonna shop
Give
it.
me your paw. Give me your paw.
Dinor with human eyes, dude. No, don't do it, dude.
I'm gonna do it.
Don't birth that horribleness into this world.
I'm doing it.
Give me your paw.
Can't help it.
He does pretty good with his left paw, but his right paw he doesn't like to give to nobody.
I got you right here. I got you
It's against his religion.
Yep.
The right paw is on the right.
Against Dinorism.
Dinor is definitely of the left-hand path, dude.
Yeah, he's 100% left brain. What little there is all left brain. Huh. Yeah. It's all anxiety and fear and I don't know what else.
Stupid, oblivious excitement.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, man.
Dude, there's times when he'll just go ballistic on, he'll just jump on me and start going. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Dude, I've spent hours stoned trying to fathom what's going on in his head
You can't.
since he was a puppy. I'll just get, I'll get high or whatever, and I'll just end up staring at him and watching him go about whatever retarded bullshit nonsense that he goes about. It's totally not, he'll pick something up. Oh, I've watched him do this so many goddamn times. It's he'll pick something up, shake it around like it's a fucking corpse, lay it down, go fucking sit across the room for like 5 minutes doing something else, and then like be frantic to find that thing again. And he'll be he'll sniff every fucking thing, he'll check every goddamn corner, and then he'll find it again, he'll do the same shit. He'll ragdoll it once, set it down, and walk away.
Gotta make sure it knows who's boss, dude. I feel bad for Salvador because I could tell he's missing Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's being like way more anxious than normal. Every time a car would pass by, he'd be like moaning at the gate and stuff.
Oh yeah, because he's thinking it's her coming home.
Yeah, waiting for her to come home and shit.
Aw.
That's why I just put him up, because like he was just being way too anxious and wound up. So I fed him some pepperonis and put him to bed.
Yeah, Dinor's, he's like, I don't know, he's like my little shadow. He's just like, he's never happy unless he's involved in whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. That's true.
Those are dogs for you.
Oh, you're right, dude. I love your daddy.
Man, dude, all the vile nonsense is magnified.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
Just in your face.
The vile nonsense, dude.
Oh, look, there's over 100 people now.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, YouTube is sprinkling out my notifications. What did TJ call it? Johnny Notification Seed or whatever. plant the seed today, and a notification may sprout next week. Huh?
Fucking dying.
What's wrong? Just go inside, chill.
I just feel like I'm like swimming.
Yeah, it's definitely humid.
Take him in too. Go, Dino. Go. Yeesh.
Kill everybody. Do, 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 do,
Do,
do.
do, do, do.
Sometimes you got to stab your best friend.
Do, boo, do, boo, do, 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 do.
Sometimes. Whoa, lots of 33s happening all of a sudden.
33s? What do you mean?
Phone's at 33%. Oh, not anymore. But it was at 33% at 12:33. It's like, ooh, with all the 33s.
Whoa.
So pretty.
Oh, that's right. That's your lucky number.
Yeah, and then if you think about it, it's 12:33, and the 1 and the 2 could be added to another 3, so that's 333. That's beautiful.
Whoa.
I'm obsessed.
I don't know. For me, it's always suffering a clock.
Suffering a clock.
It doesn't really matter what you add the numbers up to. It's always suffering a clock.
It's always time to suffer in Paul World. Yeah, there's a good point, because usually shit's going bad whether I'm seeing my lucky numbers or not. It's just like a little pick-me-up. Like, ooh, I have a positive feeling about these numbers. It's not really changing anything,
Right.
but there they are. And they're so
Yeah.
pretty.
Well, that's nice. I don't have anything like that.
369. Oh, love them.
Poo on me chest.
Mod that guy.
No. No.
Poo on me chest.
Poo on me chest.
It's like a pirate. Poo on me chest, matey. It's like what?
Oh man. Why you gotta sow that seed? Why you gotta sow that fucking horrible seed?
Just imagine Captain Hook trying to get Shmi to fucking shit on his chest, you know?
Oh.
Oh. Big old fucking steaming turd just fucking coming out of Shmi's asshole.
Oh man.
It's not Shmi, it's Smee. Why do I keep saying Shmi? Shmi.
Shmee, dude. Oh fuck. I don't know. This visit from Aunt Lucy has been kind of a roller coaster for me.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
Highs and lows.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, peaks and valleys, dude. Peaks and valleys.
What was that corn shit you had stuck in your head earlier?
I don't want to do it, dude. I just got it out of there. Don't make me put it back.
I don't know. I was just thinking about your peaks and valleys. I wasn't sure which one that was, but that was definitely one of them. Dude, I feel like we never should have stopped watching the 30s cartoons. I think we should have just done that.
Well, I mean, we could go back. Like, look, when I was.
Nah, it's dead. The moment's dead, Paul. It's dead.
What?
It's dead.
It's only dead because you say it's dead. We could go in there right now and turn one on. It'd be just like old times, TJ. Just like it was the first time.
No, it wouldn't.
I promise you this time.
The context is different now, Paul.
You mean the context? What context happened since then?
Desperation now, Paul.
An era of
First time
desperation?
it was innocent. It was naive. It was just like, let's watch some 30s cartoons. This time we have expectations. We want to relive that moment.
Wow.
Can't get it back, Paul. It's gone. It's dead. You can never step in the same river twice. You're fucked.
Huh. Who's gonna help me plant corn?
Why? Dude, we watched that cartoon. We watched like 9 other ones after it, but he kept revisiting that fucking shit about the corn. And she had this annoying, horrible voice, and she's trying to get this fucking fat ass pig and Donald Duck
To help her
to help
plant
her
corn.
fucking plant the corn and sow the corn and reap the corn and all this shit, you know.
Can anyone help me harvest corn? Who, me?
I like the way the pig talked, though. He talked entirely
And grunts.
snorts.
It's like, whoa. That was a pretty trippy cartoon.
What was the trippiest one we saw, though?
I mean, the one that made me feel the worst was that fucking one with all the little chicks running that poor hen ragged.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
But that fish one was pretty fucking ridiculous too. I don't know.
What about that Dreamland one, though?
Oh yeah, that one was fucked up.
That was like, alright, so it's like 2 little fucking homeless ass, destitute kids walking down the street and like getting wood and shit.
Yeah, they're like salvaging like fucking debris off the street.
And then their fucking mom gives them like this stale piece of bread that they have to like dip in water to make edible. And then the boy's like, I'm still hungry, mama. And she starts crying. She's like, oh, never mind, I was just fooling. And then they go to bed and they just dream about a world where they have like clothes and can eat food.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and then it has this supposedly happy ending of like, well, the town got together and made them a feast. It's like, yeah, but they're still poor the next fucking day. So
Yeah. Once the leftovers from that feast are gone in a couple of days, then they're right back to square one and nobody gives a shit anymore because I did my part.
yeah, I did my charitable good deed. Whatever. I don't know if it was meant to be taken that seriously or anything, but
I think it was. I see a lot of things in those fucking cartoons when I watch them, man. There's a lot of like,
Social commentary.
oh yeah, big time.
You know what? When I was watching Monster Vision, that's what it's called, right?
Monster Vision.
Is that what's called? The movie we were playing earlier?
Oh, Terror Vision.
Terror Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I kept feeling like feels like they're trying to have some kind of message with this, but I couldn't fucking figure out what the hell it was. But it felt like they were supposed to be. I mean, like I could see little snips of like, oh, this is like how this person sees this or that, but I couldn't tell what the overarching thing they were trying to say was with it. But it felt like they were trying to do something.
I think that's exactly what they were trying to do. They were like trying. I think if anything, it's a commentary on how confused everything is in our culture and how everybody's ridiculous, but everybody thinks everybody else is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I
definitely
mean?
appreciated it more the second time, even though I had to step out for the end.
No, it's actually, I watched it with my stepdad a lot when I was a kid. And I used to like it back then because there were, some flashes of titty and there's some big monster and gross outs, yeah. But as I've watched it as an adult, I've started to appreciate it for more and more.
Like that movie's saying something.
Yeah, well, I think it's saying something about saying nothing.
Maybe that would. I mean, that would make sense with the television being so central.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't want to reduce it to just being like, oh, TV bad, because clearly that's not what's going on there.
No, it's way more subtle than that shit.
Yeah.
I just love how everything was so fucking over the top. And, like, I don't know, you just don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, did that come out before or after Beetlejuice?
Before, honestly.
I think Tim Burton jacked some shit from that movie.
You think so?
There's like a lot of visual motifs and shit.
Like the eyeball on a stalk?
Yeah, and not only that, just like look at the parents and stuff. Like Lydia's parents. I mean, Lydia and her parents are like just it's like a more PG version.
You'd have to look it up. Look it up, dude. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Terror Vision came first.
Terror Vision.
Best Mad Max movie. Honestly, for my buck, Fury Road.
Fury Road is the best, hands down.
Dude, I love I even love Beyond Thunderdome, but I'm telling you, dude, for my buck, I'm gonna show somebody a Mad Max film. I'm showing them Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, Road Warrior, obviously really great for its time. Beyond Thunderdome's fun. The first one, yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Fury Road just took shit to like a whole other level of insanity.
It's just a fucking beautiful movie. Someone thought my profile pic was Terror Vision inspired. No.
So Terror Vision's 1986.
86.
Beetlejuice is 1988. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think they stole some shit. Or I'm sorry, were inspired.
You know what else I feel like stole from it?
What?
Stay tuned.
Yeah. For sure. Definitely. 100%.
Yep. The remote, the fucking satellite dish freaking out.
Yeah, something evil in the TV.
Yep. Evil presence in the fucking TV.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, Stay Tuned should be remade.
What would we wouldn't be able to call it Stay Tuned anymore because that even the title lacks social relevance now.
Yeah, dude.
Because it's like stay tuned after these nobody's doing that anymore.
Make it about the death of television, dude.
Well, then we're talking about doing a fucking documentary.
Nah, dude. It'd be the same kind of premise, but it'd be about the death of TV.
Like there's a monster in the TV.
You know, like I don't know, maybe like Hell was selling TV and shit. Maybe they're like desperate now because they're losing all their viewership, and it's all just like a bunch of old geriatrics and shit.
Why wouldn't they just be on? Why wouldn't you just do the internet?
Because that sucks.
Well, but you see, here's the thing though. the thing that made TerrorVision good.
Well, you couldn't do Stay Tuned on the internet because the whole premise is like, look at all this crazy shit.
Well,
There's already all kinds of crazy shit on the internet, so
right. That's what I'm saying. Like it has to
you
be.
can't satire
You can't make TV culturally relevant again. Like nobody cares.
it.
Nobody has cable anymore.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's about the shows. Like, there's still shows that are popular. Oh, maybe it could be a Netflix. Like, check out Hellflix or something.
That's exactly
or
what I'm saying.
Netflix or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's gotta be something like that.
We got
It
all
can't
kinds
just
of
be
programming.
TV.
We got all kinds of programming no one's seen. But it could be like a smart TV, you know? It'd have all these apps and shit.
Right. Just fucking do it the same way. Isn't Jeffrey Rush or whatever? Not Jeffrey Rush. What's this guy? Whatever that dude's name is. And he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
It's a little stained, right? But whatever.
Whatever. I mean, he was
Revive
already
his
stained when he made that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
revive his career. Just let him reprise his role as the devil's helper, dude.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
You can't get John Ritter back, though. He's dead.
Well, that's fine. I wouldn't want him back.
Yeah.
I get somebody else.
Maybe it could be like he's preying on the nostalgia, too. You know? Fucking be like, there's all this nostalgic shit, especially for people our age. It's like always trying to appeal to, oh yeah, remember this, remember that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie that was just basically like an entire, like the whole movie was just nostalgia? Ready Player One.
Oh yeah.
It's like nostalgia, the movie.
More nostalgia and more nostalgia and more nostalgia.
It's like, hey, it's cool that you guys all remember the stuff that I liked from the 80s and 90s, but like, could we maybe do some new shit?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Some new properties. I don't know. Whatever. A bunch of fucking monkeys. You were right about that, dude. Just imagine all this fucking, like, imagine that summit between Kim Jong-un and Trump. There's two monkeys doing that.
Yep. All was. I mean, I've seriously gotten into the habit of, I remind myself constantly, like, we're monkeys. We're apes, whatever word you want to use, it doesn't matter. It's just primates doing primate shit. Primates above their station.
Bunch of fucking chimps. Bunch of fucking chimps.
Chimps are fucking horrible animals.
Yeah, they're nasty. Well, we're fucking horrible animals. Look at us.
I agree, but chimps are. You can see some of the origins of our nastiness, or at least a more primitive version of it in the chimps.
Whoa.
I ever tell you about this experiment they did where I don't know who did it or when, but they had this food up on a fucking platform, and these chimps, they'd go for it, and when they went for it, they'd spray them with a hose. You know?
Oh yeah. Eventually, it became taboo to go up there.
Right, and the next time a chimp tried to climb it, they'd beat the shit out of them, and they kept replacing the chimps one by one until eventually there was no chimp that had ever been sprayed by the hose, but they still knew it's forbidden.
Right.
I'm just like, that explains so much.
Oh yeah, that's like most of humanity right there.
Yeah. That explains how these stupid traditions that maybe had some value at one time are still kicking around.
But maybe didn't at all. You know what I mean?
It could have had no meaning whatsoever.
That's the fucked up. That's the scary thing about that is just like.
But even if they did, it's gone.
Right.
I mean, like, we're still in the same position. Whether it had meaning at one point or it didn't, it still doesn't now, but it's still kicking around in the human psyche. Still just some dumbass meme rattling around in our brains.
Dude,
creating in groups and out groups.
so fucked up.
Like someone earlier today said, I was like, yeah, I mean, I was looking for some recommendations. Like, what channel should I watch? Because I want to try to get more into watching some other YouTubers and seeing what other people are doing. You know?
Yeah.
And I told some of the people I like, yeah, I like, Secular Talk, and I like the Nostalgia Critic, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys, he unironically likes the Nostalgia Critic.
Really?
I'm like, I just couldn't help but think about, like, oh my god, did you see that Susie was hanging out with Sally? It's like, ugh, in group, out group, bullshit, fuck you. I can like what I want. You can suck a dick.
Oh yeah, dude. People are ruled by that type of shit, though.
Fuck your stupid clique, you motherfucking imbecile. You're just a goddamn monkey on a fucking ball of shit, and you're gonna be dead very soon. And nothing will be lost. Oh, sorry. Edgy!
Yeah, dude, you're an edgelord, TJ.
Just trying to educate the people.
Educate them.
Yes.
Dude.
I just can't wait for the fucking moment when they look back as old fucking men and women on their empty, desolate fucking shit lives. I hope that some part of their fucking consciousness remembers me and like, all that edgy bullshit he said, it was all true. And then they fucking die.
That's your imagined revenge
Yes.
upon the people that call you edgy.
You know, even if they don't remember me, they'll know in their hearts what I said was true, because they'll look back on the emptiness of their existence and realize how fucking pointless it all was.
Wow.
And I will be vindicated for whatever it's worth, which is nothing.
Wow. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know either. I mean, I do, because I just said it.
Yeah.
But, I miss Chelsea.
Yeah, it sucks when the women's are away, dude. Ashley went back to Texas for like 2 weeks or some shit. And I was just like miserable here.
I know, man. It's fucking crazy. You don't even... You don't fucking feel like you're gonna be that out of sorts or something, you know? You feel
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got enough in me to just... I've done shit on my own. I'm an individualist. I've been on my own before.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, I'm actually way more codependent than I fucking realized I was.
Yeah.
There's a fucking stark shot of reality in the fucking ass.
Whatever, dude. Fucking codependency is part of human nature.
I agree.
So it's just like, what are we trying to fucking... What are we trying to cure human nature for? We're a codependent species.
There's certain elements I think we should probably work on, but
Well,
it's probably not one of them. Being bonded to another person is not a bad thing. I mean, it can obviously go overboard.
often does.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it a bad thing. It's like the hose. It's like the monkeys with the hose, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Our relationship goes bad or gets rocky and, you know, all the monkeys want to point at it and fucking...
I don't remember which philosopher it was. It was Aristotle, one of those fucking old Greek faggots, that kind of decided that all virtues are really just... He was like the ultimate centrist, because he said all virtues are just centered between two vices, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the middle ground. I don't really believe that, but I think it's part of like human beings trying to seek this concept of balance. I think it's so important.
So I think the fact that we even seek that is just an accident. Like, animals don't think about this shit.
I mean, maybe they do.
They don't.
I don't know.
They don't think about their balance of things and shit.
I mean, not in ideological terms, but
That's what I mean.
I think there's precursors to that shit.
Sure.
In their brains.
But we've taken it way too far. We're examining it way too much. It's not as huge a part of their lives as it is ours. This constant introspective examination is not a part of a chimp's life.
I don't know, man. Maybe not a chimp, but I've looked into the eyes of some gorillas and shit. like at the zoo.
I mean, what does that mean? You looked it in the
I looked in
eyes.
his eyes, and I could tell, man. Whatever you know, you could say it's irrational, but you could tell something from his fucking eyes.
No, you're just trying to dress up consciousness as something that's prettier
No,
than it
what
isn't.
I'm saying is, I looked at him, I realized like he knows. He has enough awareness to know like he's an exhibit. He has enough awareness to know he's in a fucking cage. He's resigned himself to it, but it still saddens him. I'm not putting that into him. I
Yeah,
can
you
tell
are.
that he fucking feels that way.
No, you're putting that into him.
Nope.
You don't have a fucking clue how that gorilla feels.
I know exactly how that gorilla feels.
No, you don't.
Yep.
That's the thing, dude. It's one of the little lies. It's one of the great fucking vat of little lies that we tell ourselves to dress up this fucking meat grinder. Oh, I saw some spark of myself in a gorilla. No, you didn't.
Hey, you know, they're fucking closely related.
That doesn't mean shit. I mean, on a long enough time scale, we're closely related to jellyfish, too.
Well, we're distantly related to jellyfish.
No, not distantly. We're close genetic cousins to every fucking piece of life on this planet.
Yeah. But I mean, all life goes through the same patterns and shit. So
Of course it does.
That's why your argument doesn't make any fucking sense, though.
Why?
You're just like, no, there's no way that they could be introspective. There's no way they could feel this or know about this or be aware of this. I mean, yeah, they could.
I mean, in some fucking, like, proto level.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like...
But, like, I mean, what
none
is
of
that,
none
that level, though? You don't know.
Well, that's... Neither do you. That's what I'm saying. You can't look in the gorilla's fucking eyes.
Oh, man, I looked in his eyes and I knew.
I just presumed
there was
something
a
about
fucking
gorillas.
sadness there.
If gorillas had the same fucking afflictions that we did and the same emotions that we did, they'd be building cities out in the jungle, not swinging around getting shot by poachers.
I mean, in a way, they do build cities.
No, they don't.
They don't build buildings, but they have.
Well, that's what I
complex
mean.
Hierarchies of behavior. They
You
still
know?
have to deal with interpersonal shit between them and desires and
Right, but it's
backstabbing and all that
like
shit.
lizards have to deal with that.
I mean, not to the same extent as a primate.
Depending on what species.
I mean, that's a good point. Actually, baboons have one of the more complex social hierarchies in nature, despite the fact that they're way dumber on an individual level than a chimp or gorilla, bonobo, orangutan, whatever. Orangutans are actually really fucking solitary. Although every species has some interaction with its own kind.
I mean, it has to. But yeah.
A lot of them, like, especially like we were watching that documentary with those fucking mountain lions that just like basically they just communicate through their fucking piss. Like, I was here.
Right. Like, what's the analog of this?
That's like an old message board or something.
What's the chimp analog of this, TJ?
All right.
Two dudes having a conversation about the nature of consciousness. There isn't one. Case closed.
I mean,
You can't. They're having nothing.
I don't know what chimps are communicating to each other. I don't think they're discussing the nature of consciousness, but I mean, maybe they're exploring some facet of something together. Like, look at rock.
That's what I'm saying. It's distant from us. We see a connection in these things because they've got a lot of physiological, like, similarities to
There's
us.
psychological similarities.
I know there are. I'm not denying that there's some similarities. I'm just saying, like, this idea that they're experiencing anything like the hell we experience is fucking retarded. They just don't have the capacity for it.
I mean, existentially, probably not.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, and that's what's driving all of this fucking nonsense in the world. I mean, you know it to be true.
I don't know, man.
Existential dread,
I
the
feel like there's
fear
a
of
lot people
death,
that,
hoarding of wealth, wars, and the constant fucking battle for supremacy, and the constant climbing of the ladder. It's all a fear of death.
I feel like most people that are just kind of like dumb shits being washed around in the tides. That are
Nah.
hapless.
I mean, those people exist, but there's psychological underpinnings to them too.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm being reductive with the monkeys, you're being super reductive with those people.
I mean, maybe I am. I have more respect for the monkey.
No. All those people are looking for something. Everybody's looking for something.
Everybody is looking for something.
And the answer to almost all those problems, dude, is something that they can't have. It's eternal life.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's running from death. That's at the end of it, that's what all this bullshit is about.
Well, why do you think every religion peddles some form or another of that?
Exactly. We have the answer to what happens afterwards. Ease your troubled mind. Give money to the fucking church. Everybody's running from death. So we're all just terrified of death to the point where we'll dress up our existence, look at it through fucking rose-colored glasses, pretend it's fine, go to work every day with a goddamn smile on our face.
Well, here's something you'll like. They did this. It kind of goes to what you're saying. I forget. It was some writer. She would write all. She'd just write every detail of her day in her journal, no matter how mundane and shit. And then she would, at the end of a year, try to recollect everything that happened in that year and all the highs and lows and shit.
Right.
And invariably, all the highs were always remembered, and all the lows, your brain had just like buried. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about when that happened. Oh, I forgot when that happened too.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think some of us are cross-wired, though.
Yeah, you're definitely wired the opposite way.
We're more similar than you think. TJ's right. That's just fucking, like, that's wishful thinking. They're nothing, like, look, yes, there are cousins or whatever genetically, but that's where the similarities end. I mean, the genuine similarities, we're talking psychologically. Yeah, they got proto versions of sadness and depression and shit. But none of them can, like, none of them are conscious enough to know the end result of all of that. They're not puzzling over it. They're not wallowing in it. It just is.
I mean, they understand mortality, obviously, to some extent.
Well, so do rats.
Right.
I mean, so where are we at again? You look in the eyes of a rat and see a fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
I have no idea. I've never looked in the eyes of a rat before.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously, they understand the concept of death. They mourn the dead. Do they extrapolate that to the level of, like, I too will die one day, or do they just think, like, it happens to other things sometimes, but I'm immune to that?
I mean,
obviously they must have some recognition of their own mortality because they avoid danger.
Well, see, mortality,
but that could just be instinct,
like having a real concept of mortality isn't about knowing I will die one day. It's about knowing everything dies one day.
Right.
That's a real concept of mortality.
Yeah.
That everything passes away.
Yeah.
So, like,
I don't think a chimp has that.
No. And that's something that humans uniquely have to fucking live with. And whatever you may feel about how you deal with that, trust me, most of the loss in your life is driven by that. Most of the fucking heartache and heartbreak and hard road in your life that you've walked, driven by that.
Yeah, because if we were just immortal, nothing. I mean, like, if the world just had like a permanence, there would be no. I mean, like, we'd probably just be struggling with boredom.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
it's just an elevated level above what they've got to the point where it's like not even worth. I don't know, for me at least. I get it, and I think it's interesting the similarities that we see between them. But there's such a huge leap in intelligence and self-awareness from chimp to human, from gorilla to human, that we're faced with so many more. Like, the more truth you know, to a gorilla, the fucking world is the forest it lives in, or the cage it was raised in. Anything outside of that is, yet to be experienced. It's up to its imagination if it even has one. You put a man in a cage, he knows what's out there.
I hear the train coming.
Paul is a homo fatus. I'm glad to see that the chat is having a fucking real important conversation tonight.
Homo fatus. Homo erectus. Caveman level.
God. It's all just
About him.
It's all just a bunch of nonsense anyway. A couple of chimps talking about what it means to be a fucking chimp. Whether or not we're superior to other chimps.
We smarter than other chimps.
Me think we not so much unlike other chimp. No, you're wrong. We better. We superior chimp. We chimp no pain. We chimp no heartbreak.
Still a chimp.
Yeah.
Well,
Sucks.
still a primate anyway.
Yeah.
Just a matter of how much more gray matter can be fit in this fucking skull.
I'm guessing not too much more. I mean, we already almost kill our mothers coming out of them. There's really not much more room.
I don't know how the Netflix series is, but in that at least in the novel, what? Not even on a dog right now. At least in the novel version of what is that fucking shit called? Whatever, that sci-fi shit.
What sci-fi shit? Black Mirror?
No. The
Electric Dreams?
Netflix original series. I read the book. Some Altered Carbon.
Okay, alright.
One of the cool background elements of the story, and I don't know if it's in the show because I haven't watched it, but there's like this constant war going on between augmented humans and artificial intelligence, and they're like in a constant battle with each other.
I like that setting for sci-fi. It's the Deus Ex setting. It's like augmented humans versus normal humans, and there's this like, you know, huge movement of like anti-aug violence and shit.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you fucking robo freak, boo! And then there's this big, you know, I love that because that's bound to fucking happen.
What movie got the future the closest?
Blade Runner, without even thinking about it.
Really?
If the future doesn't, like, you know what I mean? This is all assuming
we don't just fucking
right.
kill ourselves, yeah.
But Blade Runner, like, look at it. Dominated by a few corporations.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, slavery still going on.
Yep.
You know, just like everything is focused on maximizing profits. Justice is a joke. Has everything.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better. I mean, it depends on how far future you go, though.
Right, of course.
Like, if you're talking about, like, super distant far future, Dune, I mean, it just, like, it's human nature. It's human nature, the book. That's why I love Dune. You know? It's about how all of these tribes of human beings were separated for so many aeons that they just basically evolved differently. But when you put them all in the pot together, they're all still fucking chimps. They're all still warring over whatever little resource they found, or... So I think Dune got it the most right for a distant future, and Blade Runner for a...
I was thinking more of like I guess more contemporary, I guess within 100 years kind of future.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you one, that every time I watch it, I'm just like stunned by the prescience of it, is RoboCop.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of similar stuff, you know.
I mean, you can...
running everything becoming privatized.
Yeah,
big becoming privatized.
Yeah, big corporations run everything. You know.
The entire city of Detroit becoming privatized.
Right.
That hasn't happened yet, but it's not far off, I don't think.
Yeah.
And plus, we're seeing those kind of advancements in robotics too.
Oh, for sure. We're not there yet, but
No, but
it's not going to be many years.
I mean, just looking at what we have now and just imagining what we'll have in 10, 15, 20 years, I'm just like, cool.
Yeah, it's going to be spooky.
Our goose is cooked.
Yeah, it's going to be spooky, man. But I'm telling you, I think it's that. I think these utopian futures and stuff where the streets are all clean, I don't buy that for a fucking second. Blade Runner saw the truth, man. Gritty, disgusting, putrid, fucking air is almost unbreathable.
Overpopulated.
Horribly overpopulated, dominated by just artistically devoid corporate structures and corporate advertisements that are as big as buildings, and you know what I mean? All that shit is coming. I mean, some of it's here already. I mean, go like downtown in a big city and tell me you don't see the parallels.
Oh yeah.
You know, on a rainy fucking day. It's just like, it's gonna happen that way. If we make it that far. It's almost already there. Just hard to see because we're in the transitional, you know. We still have this.
It's not that hard to see.
Yeah. I don't know. For some people, it seems to be. There's a lot of fucking hopeful faggots out there.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Oh man, no, we got so much. We can do so much better, man. We can do this. We could.
We aren't.
Just get rid of could and should out of your vocabulary. Those two words really don't have much place in the English language.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
It's like a major problem with human logic. They think if they have a word for a concept, that means it correlates to some kind of reality.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because I just saw an article that Domino's is filling in potholes for cities and putting logos in them. Blade Runner, yep, there you go. We here at Dino Corp care about your safety. That's why we've got a team out right now, filling in potholes to make sure that your trip to Domino's is a safe one.
Yeah, we'll fix that problem, but we gotta plaster our logo on the solution.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we can alter our genetics to become more compassionate, selfless beings. Yeah, but why would we? Who would ever let that get out? Which one of us fucking avaricious piece of shit apes would let that ever get out? None of us. Deus Ex is a great prediction if we last long enough to get there, but we'll probably, yeah. If we do, though, I mean, because we're already seeing that shit, too. The integration of robotics and human flesh. So eventually, that'll get to the point where it's already gotten to that point. There are already wet works places where you can go and have these weird implants put in your body that run on your bioelectrics and shit. Right now, it's just decorative shit, mostly. But it's already happening. And there's going to be this big moral kerfluffle about it. Can we change ourselves? You know, like, this is different from just getting a tattoo. You know, we're talking about replacing your limbs or replacing your eyes or replacing your face or whatever part of your body that, you know, is worn out. There's going to be a purity movement.
Great.
It'll be Christians, probably.
I don't look forward to that.
But it's, you know, that's the road to transhumanism, though. And that's your best case scenario, isn't it?
I mean, I like it.
It's mine.
I'd definitely be among those.
The only way to escape...
augmentation, motherfucker.
The only way to escape the endless folly and hell of being a human being is to not be a human being anymore. So, that's transhumanism. That's our only way out. The only way out is through. Because as long as we're what we are now, we're fucked. Why is Galen against transhumanism? I don't know. Maybe he'll be one of those fucking purity movement.
He'll be one of the leaders
Yeah.
of the purity movement. Ambassador.
Yeah, Ambassador Galen Halcyon of the Purity Front.
Human, all too human.
I want to throw a bunch of grenades out of my wrists in a circle, like in Human Revolution. Oh yeah, that's right. He's got that thing that just shoots fucking explosives in a 360 around him.
That's why transhumanism is gonna fail, though.
Oh, because
people
weapons
are
of
like,
war.
"Man, I want to be able to shoot grenades out my wrist and
Yep.
launch a nuke out my asshole."
Yep. Well, I mean, who knows though? That might be part of the struggle too. But eventually, you know, some brain augments come out, and slowly but surely the human consciousness is turned away from violence and self-servingness, turned towards expansion and survival, conservation, preservation. I'm kidding. That's never gonna happen.
I mean, it could, whatever. Stranger Things and all, but
No, we're not gonna get that far. This world is shaking us off like fleas as it is.
I think we're gonna shake ourselves off, probably.
No, well, I mean, yeah, we've by virtue of the world, all this. If you're saying nuclear war, all that shit is global warming. All the conflict and all this bullshit. It's one of the things that like these like righty Eurozone people, they don't fucking get, because you know they're right wing, so they're obviously against this idea that global warming is man-made. A lot of them deny that, but they're also against this mass immigration. I wonder why people are fleeing the fucking Middle East and North Africa in record numbers. It couldn't be something like global warming, could it? It couldn't be something like their indigenous communities being wiped out, their traditional food sources being wiped out, their cities going to shit economically because the entire basis of their trade has been fucking dried up. Nah, they're coming here for the welfare. They're coming here to take over our fucking cities. No, they're coming here because we've created a fucking global society of constant war, which means constant refugees. You know what you get with a war? You get refugees. You want the refugees to stop? Stop the war. Short of that, fuck off. They're going to keep coming. You're going to have to put fucking walls up and put armed guards. And then what are you?
America.
Yeah. Well, no. That's not what we are right now.
We're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Some of us
That's just what I'm saying, dude. That's the end result of all this nonsense talk about stopping immigration, white ethno-state, closing the borders. It's just ignorant to the truth. The only reason that mass migration is a problem is because we've created a fucking hell on this planet. And the third world is burning because of it. We've squabbled over their land, we've squabbled over their resources, we've squabbled over their labor. And life is a hell on earth for them. And guess what they're doing? They're moving anywhere that isn't there. We want them to stop moving. We want them to go back to their indigenous communities. If that's your goal, I don't even really think that's a noble goal, but if that's your goal, stop the war. Why isn't that a big right-wing fucking talking point now? Stop the constant war.
But then defense stocks will be down.
What will be the last country to fall? I mean, you're asking me to look into a crystal ball, my friend. I have no fucking clue. It ain't gonna be the United States of America, though. I'll make that call. Our intervention in other countries have issues. That's a pretty simplistic way. You don't understand. No, it isn't. We live in a global economy now. You can't claim that like, oh man, these indigenous populations just naturally fucking killed each other. That's how they survived all these fucking years. No. No. The reason the third world is a shithole is because we've been using it as our pump and dump for the last 200 years. I'm willing to see any fucking evidence you have to the contrary. Wrong, Paul. Thanks.
Wrong.
Thanks for clearing it up.
Wrong. Yeah, so like, Trump got Kim Jong-un to promise to denuclearize. I'm like, when are we gonna denuclearize? That's what I want to know. How about we do that?
War is what feeds our desire for conflict, not the everymans, but desensitized elites yearning for anything to stimulate them. Wow. What a rosy picture you painted for yourself, huh?
Did you know that the Elder Scrolls 6 was confirmed and didn't tell me?
Yeah, I heard about it, but they didn't release anything about it.
Why? Why didn't you say anything?
Oh, I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, Paul.
I thought
Why?
that you would tell me about information this important.
I didn't realize it was that important. I don't give a shit about the Elder Scrolls. I mean, if the new game is good, I'll play it. But if it sucks, which I'm fully
You
prepared
suck.
for.
You
Well, look at
suck.
what they did to Fallout. It's a cum rag now. They're coming for the Elder Scrolls next. Just
First,
letting
they
her
came
know.
for the Fallout, and I didn't speak up because I wasn't the Fallout.
Yep. Fallout 4 is good.
Well, if you like, I don't know. If you're a certain type of person that's just like a retard, I guess.
A certain type of person that's like a retard.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that certain type of person.
you just have to be in love with doing the same grindy, repetitive shit over and over again. Like you're
Well, there's a lot of people doing a lot of that in a lot of different games.
yeah, I mean, like, is this like? I think that like a lot of these games have like replaced factory work for America or something. Like, ooh, here's a nice repetitive task you can do over and over again.
Yeah.
Enjoy. It's like that's not fun. Fuck you. I guess it is for that guy. Mr. Fallout 4 was good in the chat.
Whatever.
It sucked, and you suck.
Excuse me. I'm going to check super chats because I'll probably never remember to do it again. A little preoccupied tonight. Let's see. Scroll up, I explained. It's just a different brain. All right, well, whatever. That was probably from fucking 2,000 topics ago. Most Americans actually aren't for these wars.
Yeah, that matters so much.
Well, yeah. See, I don't agree. I don't agree. And I'll tell you why I don't agree. I don't agree because if people were genuinely against these wars, they wouldn't be happening. There'd be mass walkouts at work. There'd be mass fucking protests. We would bring industry in this country and consumerism to a grinding halt. That's what people do when they're tired of war. We're not doing that. We're sitting around getting fat on the spoils of war. So, fuck your self-aggrandizing bullshit like most Americans are against the war. No, most Americans say they're against the war when they're asked in a poll. Most Americans, myself included, couldn't give a fuck about most of these wars. So let's not dress it up like a dandelion here. Most Americans, what the fuck are you? Yeah, see there? What the fuck are you doing to stop that war, Paul? Armchair gum flapper. Did you not hear what I just said? I didn't exempt myself from this criticism. See, I'm an honest person, not a piece of shit charlatan like you. I don't criticize other people without being able to turn that eye inward and criticize myself. Because I'm not a total fucking hypocrite like you. I'm not the type of guy to say stupid shit like, most Americans are against these wars. Fuck you. No, they're not. Most Americans couldn't give a flying fuck about these wars.
It doesn't really matter if they're against it or for it anyway. They're not in control.
We need to get over this idea that what people answer on polls is anything but total bullshit. Can we please do away with polls as an argument? People don't answer truthfully on polls.
I don't know, Paul. 74% of people said that they find polls to be very valid.
Oh, well, shit. People don't answer truthfully on polls. They answer ideally. They look at it and they go, what kind of person do I want to be perceived as? Yep, healthcare. Yep, education. Yep, support the fucking Republican. Hypocrites. People don't answer honestly on fucking shit. You cannot trust these numbers. They're not a point of argument. Yeah, you want to see how truthful they are? Take a poll and ask people how truthful they are when they take polls.
I've only ever called for a poll one time. It was a Hillary Clinton campaign person. They were asking me all kinds of questions like, right, so how warm do you find Hillary Clinton? On a scale from 1 being the coldest and 5 being the warmest, I'm like 0. I was honest. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
It was just. I mean, it was like it was the weirdest fucking thing because it wasn't. There was no substance, no policy, nothing like that. It was just like, do you feel like how excited are you about Hillary being like the first woman president, being Hillary and all this? You know, it's just like
not at all.
Trying to fucking like it was all emotional questions.
Well, see, that's why you can't trust these polls because they're leading people. Like the questions themselves are flawed because they're trying to lead you to a conclusion before you get a chance to answer. How excited are you? Implying you're excited at all.
Yeah.
They've snuck the premise by you, as Derek Jensen likes to say.
They bent the information.
The premise being that it's an exciting thing that Hillary Clinton is going to be the first female president at all.
Yeah. And if you're not excited,
citation needed for that premise before we move on, you know? But that's not the way people work. People just go, I don't know. Well, I guess like a 5. What are we doing with that?
They asked me some questions about Bernie Sanders, too. Because it was like she was in the primary against him at the time.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you feel about Bernie Sanders, like, on this thing and that thing? And
right.
But it was all, once again, it was all emotional shit. It was nothing like, what do you think of Bernie Sanders' policy about this? It was just like, how excited are you for Bernie Sanders president? So
Because it doesn't matter. Their policies don't matter.
and all that, you know. It's just like,
It's a pageant.
yeah, celebrity fucking apprentice or whatever the fuck.
And look at the end result. Donald Trump.
Yep. You're fired.
This is what happens when substance is taken out of politics slowly but surely by corporations over the course of years. You end up with a reality TV star embarrassment as a president, and the whole world like going, well, you know what, America used to be respectable, but we're just going to go do our own thing then. That's fine. Oh, president said he's going to cut all trade to us. Well, normally that'd be a 5-alarm fire, but who cares anymore? Whatever, it's just America.
We can write him off.
Yep. What's that?
Hot cocoa.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever establishment candidate gets elected
Tell me
to
it's good.
clean up this mess
It's really good.
is going to be...
What's in it? Water.
Well, yeah, water, heavy cream, cocoa, and sugar-free vanilla.
That's pretty good. Paul Donald is going to get reelected. I don't doubt it. You think I'm one of those doom and gloom dudes? You're barking up the wrong tree. The fact that he was elected has astonished me to the point where I will never fucking... Like, he might make total peace in the world. I don't know. I'll criticize him as he goes when he does stupid shit, but I'm not going to pretend I can look into the crystal ball and know what's going to happen with Donald Trump no more. He might get reelected. In fact, if the Democrats run Hillary like it looks like they're gearing up to do...
Hot cocoa.
Oh, if they run Hillary, I mean, Okay.
Which war do you think was actually justified throughout our history? It can be any time period, none of them. There's no way you can ask a human being to justify something like a war. Not even the Korean one? Yep, not even the Korean one. World War II? I mean, it might have been for the greater good, but that doesn't mean it's justifiable. You got to justify... See, because to make a war justifiable, you have to justify it from all sides. I can't justify the shit that happened during World War II. And I can't look at the Germans like they're somehow separate from me. They're not. Other human beings on the same fucking planet. So for a war to be justifiable, I'd have to look at both sides and be like, yep, justified. Nope. It's never going to happen. That's retarded. Because good and evil, right? Hold on. Let me make your fucking argument for you. That's retarded because good and evil, right?
Morals and shit.
That old chestnut. I mean, the fucking goddamn truth of the matter is that if it's true that every one of you, if you had been in Germany at the time of the rise of the Nazi Party, would have been rabid fucking Nazis. If that's true, and guess what it is, then there's absolutely no way you're going to try and you're going to convince me that they're somehow separate from us and thus justify a war. That's your way of not taking responsibility for what they did. Nazism was forced upon the population. That's not what it looks like in the fucking rallies I've seen.
It's not really true.
Yeah, it's absolutely not true. The people asked for it and demanded it and pushed it to the fucking top.
I mean, it was at some... I mean, like, when Hitler became chancellor, Nazism was a fringe ideology, but by the time he seized power...
The people had made it mainstream.
Pretty much everyone had jumped on the bandwagon by then.
So people are just stupid. It's like, what do you think happened? Sometimes I think when people throw up World War II in an example in a philosophical conversation like we're having here, they expect me to go, like, what they think I'm seeing is example of people that just went evil. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden, the entire, just think about it. Just the people inside the borders of Germany all went evil. All at once, for no reason other than Hitler.
Hitler sweet-talked him. He's like, guys,
Hitler played them like a harp from hell. He took their already existing prejudices, their already existent feeling after World War I that they were second-class citizens in the Eurozone. They were feeling downtrodden. The economy was in the goddamn toilet. He had them by the balls. Think he came up with that shit? The people came up with that shit. If they had been asking for puppies and roses, you know what Hitler would have been about? Puppies and roses for all! What do you think Hitler was about the Jews? What do you think Hitler was about constant expansionism? The people wanted it. The people celebrated when he took fucking land and shit. It's a great day of celebration. It was like bringing the Rhineland back to the motherland and shit. They didn't look at it like we did. It's a matter of perspective. It wasn't a war of aggression against the world. It was a war of reclaiming what was rightfully theirs as the German people. You telling me we're not susceptible to that type of thinking in America?
No, we would never answer the call of imperialism here, dude.
So what's the difference? You're not gonna. Yeah, exactly. You're not going to sell the evil line of argument up this road. I don't believe in it. There's no such thing. There's human beings. The Germans were desperate in the Great Depression, and Americans are desperate now. Same shit, different day. Everybody's desperate. You ever notice they keep people desperate? You ever notice there's a quiet desperation in every first world country? Wonder why that is. They, yeah. They.
I hate the who's they question. It's like, motherfucker, you know damn well who.
Yeah, you know who they is. You know who I'm talking about when I say they. Don't be a retard. Can we please not be schoolyard children? We're gonna have this conversation. Yep, keeping the poor and middle class desperate to divide us and cause chaos while the rich exploit it. Duh. Now just take that idea global, and you've got an idea why there's a refugee crisis. Now you're starting to get the idea. Hey, Johnny, how's the rubber ball business? You know how it is, ups and downs, bounces. Anyway, I heard about this place called Guatemala. How much you paying these guys here making these rubber balls? Standard $1.50 an hour. I got guys down in this fucking Guatemala, they'll do it for a penny. I shit you not, they'll do it for a fucking halfpenny. You give them a fucking hot dog, they fucking flip out like it's fucking Chinese New Year. I'm telling you, you gotta go to this Guatemala. Take this whole fucking operation down there. These people are desperate. Fuck their assholes until they can't fucking stand anymore. And then I tell you what, I got a line on another one. The ongoing refugee, they're coming here for our welfare. What a bunch of dumb fucks. You've turned their fucking countries into murder nightmares. You've bent them over and fucked them out of everything that they had. And then you wonder why they're running from their burning shithole countries in droves. I didn't say it had nothing to do with Islam. I said the state of Islam today has a lot to do with how much we fucked with them. I guess you're right. On a macro level, it does have nothing to do with Islam. We're talking about humans.
I mean, Islam is just another idea that humans galvanize under and then go to war with other groups of humans over. Doesn't matter whether it's Islam or Christianity or patriotism to whatever country or belief in whatever ideal. I'm a socialist. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever. Just, hey, here's a club. Let's all be in the club and let's fucking try to expand the club. And anyone who doesn't want to be in the club, we'll beat them with the club.
Right, we made them throw homos off building and treat women like trash. No, we just put them in an environment where that type of thought is considered to be good. Because there's no economic opportunities for any man or woman in those fucking places. So what do they have to do? Join extremist groups. Pick up a fucking gun.
I mean, the thinking there is still flawed, in my opinion, because there is no them. There's just us.
Right.
They're not some kind of separate beings from you. That's not them throwing gays off buildings. That's us throwing gays off buildings.
Right.
Fucking retard.
I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
There's no them. Get over it. That's another word you can excise from your fucking vocabulary.
Well, we just talked about they. There can be a they rhetorically, but when it comes to human beings doing horrible shit, there is no they. It's us. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, like even the rich elitist cocksuckers that we're talking about, I mean, if we were raised in those worlds, we'd be that.
People are just so stupid. They want to think, like, once again, this Muslim thing, such a hot button issue. If you say that Islam is not the reason for this refugee crisis at the core of it. It's one of the contributing factors, but it's not the reason. Oh my God, what a controversial fucking thing to say. Why?
There's nothing inherent in the religion of Islam that's like, and go migrate to countries that are better than yours.
Yeah. Just like, it's the war, stupid. It's the war. It's the constant butt fucking that we're giving the third world that's causing their people to fucking run out. And yes, their people are fucking backwards. They haven't had the fucking benefits of our modern technology and shit. Because they live in backwards ass exploited shitholes. What do you expect them to come out? Fucking Juilliard graduates and shit? Yes, I'm Abu Ali from fucking Yemen. I've got a doctorate, and I'd like to talk about philosophy and drink microbrews. Like, what do you think what do you think is gonna come out of a country that you butt fucked into fucking apocalyptic oblivion? Good citizens? Upstanding folk? What do you think you got a problem? And see, now I'm pissing off both sides. Because I'm saying Islam isn't to blame. And I'm saying that, like, people that coming out of these countries are fucking backwards.
Well, both of those are true. It really depends on, like, when you say Islam is to blame, what is it, what is Islam other than just, here's a group of people under this banner? Like, Islam is an ideology. It's not to blame for shit. It doesn't have any fucking consciousness. It's driven by human beings.
Just the ignorance, dude. Once again, it's just like with the Nazis. They want you to look at Islam and the Islamic world and go, they all turned evil. No. They're human beings who are largely products of their circumstance, just like human beings are here. If you're born into shit-fuck poverty, guess what? You're probably going to have a life filled with shit-fuck poverty. You're born into war and extremism, and every day somebody you know is fucking losing a limb in a fucking roadside bombing and shit. You're going to grow up to be a pretty fucked up, hardcore motherfucker with some bad ideas about how the world works.
Yeah, and if you're born into wealth and privilege, then one day you're going to be one of the fucking assholes pulling the strings.
Right. So, if you want to look at me like they're somehow different or there's some kind of qualitative difference between them and us, I mean, you know, people hate this fucking argument, but go back far enough in Christianity and tell me they don't have all the same, they're not doing all the same shit. In fact, a lot of this stuff that fucking Muslims are doing now, this fucking drowning cage bullshit, guess who they lifted that from?
Fuck going back. When Bush fucking went into Iraq, he fucking was citing God. I talked to God and asked him if I should invade Iraq, and he said yes. He said, yes, I should. And America, that was one of the things, all the religious zealots, like, yeah, this is a good war. How many hundreds of thousands of people have died from that war again?
Millions. Like the Iraqi death toll, when you take in fucking like casualties of war and secondary fucking deaths from starvation and exposure and shit, over 1 million.
But that was good. We were the good guys.
We brought them freedom. Look at their fucking country now, a total fucking shithole. Wow. What was it before? A total fucking shithole. Wow. We've really fucking, you know, the only difference now, meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
But we're the good. But we get to at the end of it all, we get to tell ourselves we're the good guys.
Yep.
And we get to act like that's somehow morally superior than a terrorist blowing up a fucking building.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
just did it on a countrywide scale. We blew up a whole fucking country.
Right, shock and awe.
So
it was shock and awe.
That's better because we're America and we're good.
We did it as a military campaign, so it's different. It's different. Fucking orphan, like little Iraqi children running out of bombed out buildings with their hair on fire. Yep. But we're better than them, though.
We had to do it.
We had to do it. Had to be done. No way around it. They had weapons of mass destruction, and they were working with Al Qaeda. Oops, no, they weren't, and no, they didn't. Well, still had to be done, though.
Yeah, you see, based on how Trump's treating Kim Jong-un, how we really treat countries with weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
We kiss their ass.
Yeah, we suck their dicks. We don't invade them.
Yeah, because we're scared to invade countries that actually have weapons of mass destruction.
What a horrible, terrifying world we've created. I'll never have a child because I don't want them to. Well, whatever. Don't pat yourself on the back for that either.
I'm a hero because I didn't fucking add another chud to the fucking sewer.
Another chud. I love chud.
I could never get into it.
I don't really like the movie. I love the idea.
Oh yeah, the idea.
Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Yeah. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. So pretty. Ugh. I guess I'll pay attention to you while Paul's gone doing whatever he's doing. What's going on here? 260 people. TJ is moderately sized nose guy. That's true. I am indeed. What's up, TJ? Nothing. Tell Paul to use a little less salt today. You deserve it. Is Paul's back getting better? I hope so. Trump claims he was asked by the mothers of the Korean War to bring whatever. It disappeared before I could finish reading it. TJ, do you believe that no war is justified? I don't know. Like, so much of this depends on what you mean by justified. I mean, like, do you mean which war was morally righteous and good? Or do you mean which war we couldn't avoid having? Or which war we would have been better off, not having? Or having, worse off not having, I mean. I mean, there's times when war is maybe the best option, but, that doesn't make it good. But like I said, it depends on what you mean by justified. And that's a problem with language, is there's so many words that, meaning is fucking elusive. You're such a faggot. Yeah, that depends on what you mean by faggot. Does life get easier as you age? No, it gets harder. If you're young, you're playing life on easy mode. Who controls the world? No one. A lot of semantics tonight. I mean, every argument ultimately is a semantics argument. Or has a semantics component to it. Because there's so many words that people use that they're so ill-defined. TJ, I heard Jordan Peterson called you a degenerate. Cool.
Maybe the Somerset Isles will be cool.
I hope that's true. I haven't heard anything about it.
What? What happened?
I don't know. Probably just some bullshit.
Oh, shit. Is that dog shit or a hose that I just stepped in?
I don't know.
Oh, it was a hose. Okay, good. Fuck me.
Someone told me that Jordan Peterson called me a degenerate or something.
Oh, really? That's
I was,
funny.
Taking it as a point of pride, but it's probably not even true, because I doubt that would have been the only person who told me that.
Yeah, who knows? Clean your room, TJ. He said for you to clean your room. I'm not saying I'm good for not having a kid. I just lament that in this one life I never can, because you'd have to hate a child to bring it here.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's pretty maudlin and morose, but yeah, I get it. I can't say I disagree, but
I don't know. Seems like a bunch of self-righteous crap to me.
it's another one of the little lies that I was talking about earlier that we tell ourselves to rationalize and justify all this
Right,
fucking
like, if you don't want
slaughter.
kids, just admit you don't want fucking kids, dude. You don't have to fucking dress it up and like, I would never bring a child into this horrible existence bullshit.
I don't know.
Maybe you
I mean, I
feel
can-
that way, I don't know.
Well, whatever. I do think it's pretty irresponsible to bring a child into the world, right now, but that's my personal feeling on it, and it's not my fucking life and biological imperative, so. But, yeah, you can't, like, I don't know. It's still just another cover. It's still just another way for us to make ourselves feel a little better. Imagine if Paul got drafted. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. I'd be in a prison cell. It'd be a hilarious fucking meme, dude. I'd be sitting in a fucking military prison cell because I would refuse. The day I pick up the gun for any country, let alone this one, is the day I fucking go to prison or die. See, isn't that funny? Yeah. Oh, don't get all butthurt. Don't get your fucking American flag boxer briefs all in a twist. It has nothing to do with a lack of patriotism and everything to do with my belief that picking up a gun and shooting another human being is not a viable long-term solution to any problem, so don't ask me to do it. Yeah, dude. Don't get all sweaty. It's okay. You don't have to be all sweaty, dude. It's fine.
Ooh, I can't wait for Dust Bowl 2. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, Dust Bowl 2, Electric Boogaloo. Sounds to me like you just hate America, and by extension, freedom. Yeah. Yep. You got me. You pegged me. To think we all have these issues in the world, and there's people in live streams discussing race realism and ethno-nationalism. Who cares? It's more chimps doing it. Just remember that.
Pale chimp better than dark chimp.
Yep.
Dark chimp no integrate into pale chimp society.
Pale chimp should go to mystical forest where there is no dark chimp and create new pale chimp forest.
Yeah, big fucking deal. Who gives a shit what anyone else is doing anyway?
Pale chimp, pale chimp. Pale chimp pride. Pale chimp march. Pale chimp tiki torch. Oh boy.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna do some racist rally and whatever, but at least get some respectable fucking torches up in that motherfucker.
Yep.
You have a proper fucking torch.
Yeah, seriously.
Don't carry a fucking tiki torch.
Yeah. Go out in the woods and get a stick and wrap a rag around it and soak it in kerosene and light that motherfucker on fire like a real man.
Yeah, like... Yeah.
Don't go down to Walmart and buy their fucking tiki torches out.
Yeah, you just look like a faggot.
What a bunch of douches.
It's ridiculous. Like, you're not even striking an imposing aesthetic at that point.
Yeah, a bunch of dudes in fucking polo shirts carrying tiki torches. Oh my god, dude.
What a fucking joke.
However will I sleep again?
Yeah, at least the old Nazis had some style.
Jesus. Race realism has some validity, but ethno-nationalism does not. No, it doesn't. Unless you agree that there's validity to a very small statistical marginal difference between fucking IQs. If you want to make that long fucking argument with me, then fine, but other than that, no. I'm not a racist, but...
I don't give a fuck if you're a racist or not. There's always been racist. There's always going to be racists.
I hate racists disguised as intellectualism. They're always doing that, though. That ain't nothing new. There ain't nothing new under the sun, guys. It's all been done before.
It's all been done.
Where's JF with his faggy accent to promote ethno-nationalism? I don't know, man. Get him on the phone. TJ, call JF right now.
Alright, I'm on it.
Get that motherfucker on the horn right now. Let's get to the bottom of this shit. Everybody else has tried to do it. We'll do it right here on Highdeology. We'll squash the beef. Just kidding. I don't want to. That would be a waste of my time. Super chat, yo! Okay, super chat. There's a super chat. That's fine. Whatever, super chat. Paul, you got me fucking addicted to Kenshi. Well, sorry about that, my friend. You're so wrong about World War II. I want to piss my pants. Wow. Well, thank you for explaining how wrong I am.
That detail. You know, I didn't agree with him at first, but then when he explained, I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
I mean, I understand you got limited fucking shit, but you can't give me the gist of why I'm wrong? You ain't got enough characters to give me the gist?
I hope it's something that goes beyond just like Nazis bad. It probably is.
No, it isn't. I mean, he'll say it is, but when you boil down the argument, that's what it'll be. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta admit there's good and there's evil. Nope. I can't get a girlfriend. Should I turn gay? It doesn't work that way, buddy. Unless you already feel an attraction to men, and then you're a bisexual. In which case, yes. But if not, you can't just turn on the homo switch. It just don't work that way. Good, evil, black, white, left, right, all that shit. The difference between patriotism and nationalism to you? I mean, I don't know. I think one of them is an outcropping of the other. I think patriotism is a natural outcropping of a sense of nationalistic pride. So I don't think that they're two different ideas. I don't think they're separated at all. Where there is nationalism, there will more than likely be patriotism. I speak from a British perspective. The British were obligated to oppose the Nazis. I disagree. But if you ever jerked off on an inversion board, no, I haven't. Maybe TJ has. Have you ever used our inversion table, TJ, and jerked off while you're in it?
There's no way I could stay in that thing long enough to do that. It hurts my ankles.
Yeah.
Also, it just never occurred to me to try.
Well, there you go. You planted the seed, chat.
But I don't know. Maybe
We're gonna find TJ dead with his dick in his hand,
yeah,
all purple from hanging upside down, jerking off.
I don't think I'm quite that curious. Maybe it'll stick with me.
You never know, dude. Might become that itch you could never scratch, you know?
Yeah, coming's nice, but yeah, it was upside down.
So I can come in my own face, man. Holy shit. That would...
That's the real ticket right there. That upside down come, you know.
Yeah, man. That's what happened to Carradine, really? He was hanging upside down? I did not know that. I thought he was choking himself in the closet.
That person's ill-informed.
Oh, okay.
Either that or he just doesn't really understand what the fuck is being discussed. Also very plausible.
Was fight or die for you? No, it wasn't. It was fight or be subjugated. Don't get it twisted. World War II was absolutely the last justifiable war. The Germans/Nazis were trying to take over the world because they believed themselves to be superior, meaning they would have killed or enslaved everyone. In opposition to the world as it is now, where no one is killed or enslaved ever. Thank goodness we fought that war and defeated those horrible ideas so that we could continue doing them in perpetuity. Ha ha ha, yes. Your argument sucks. No, yours does. Oof.
Oh man.
Oof.
Damn, dude.
Never recover from that.
Why do they bother with that shit?
I don't know. I like to imagine it's just out of a like primate-like frustrated rage at not being able to be correct. No, you're wrong. Why am I wrong? 'Cause I said so. You're a cook, that's why. Oh, okay. Got it. Wow, didn't realize I was so easily defeated. I thought there was some thought behind this bullshit I'm talking, but I guess not. Guess I didn't think enough.
Nope, just cuckery. Turns out you're just a cuck.
Just a cuck.
Thought my bullshit had some kind of shit I was saying, but I'm just a cuck.
Yeah, nuh-uh. Oof. Whoa. Whatever, man.
You were so handily defeated by that comment, dude.
I know.
I don't even know why you're still talking.
I'm just gonna retire from the internet
You
now.
have some credibility left after that fucking shellacking, dude.
Yep. Time to retire from the internet, boys. There can be no recovery from that. Do you want to move this inside, TJ?
Sure.
Do you want to do a stream? Dude, you know what we should do?
What?
We should do a patrons only stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you wish.
Should do like a, you wanna?
Sure.
Yeah.
If I could fucking figure out how to run the damn thing.
I'm sure you, dude, it's like clockwork, TJ.
Alright.
Yeah, patrons only stream soon. Watch your Patreon. And if you're not a patron, well, you can join right now.
Fucking bad.
Yeah, they can join right now.
Do it if you
Yeah, if you want to see the rest of the show. By the way, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but TJ and I both have heads full of acid tonight. So, if you want to see more acid Highdeology, then, become a patron. If not, well, see you later.